Good afternoon, everyone. It is 20 past 5. Sorry about that. We've had some technical difficulties and whatnot. But
Let's not go into it right now, hey? Oh, God.
Alright, we're here with my boy Dodo,
Hey,
obviously.
hey.
We got Bullseye, also known as Sam, and Krysis, Caleb from Yewwww, and Valhalla's Keepers and All-Stars. How are we all doing this afternoon?
Oh,
Good night.
Yeah.
Same old,
what I
same
was
old.
born last night, that's for sure.
Feeling surprisingly good for a loss, actually.
Surprisingly good for a loss. I wouldn't call that a loss 100% watching that, watching back this morning, man. That was some hectic gameplays last night. But anyway, we will get started right back at the start. First, what we're going to talk about is the staff match. So the ref match last night, we had 3v3 with the refs, all pistols. I don't know if you guys caught, well, you guys would have caught that, but everyone out there. Shit was hilarious. There was some issues with the pistols last night.
Yeah, I blame Rowan.
Oh, wow.
It was good.
Straight up, I'm blaming Rowan for that one.
Sorry guys, I've got Sam turned up as much as I can. There's a couple of the guys saying they're having trouble hearing you. I've got them up. Yeah. Got them up as much as I can, guys. Sorry.
Hello, testing 1, 2, 3.
That's a bit better. On my end, anyway.
That's all that matters, Robbie.
That's all that matters. Caleb's up too.
Yeah, no, on that staff match, I can't say I watched a whole lot of it. I've gone back and watched the stream and found it actually quite hilarious. Everyone giggling like little schoolgirls. Yeah. It's good to see them as a way of relieving, getting some relief and stress off them because it's been a hard season. But on that night we were in a group huddle out around the back of the shed, away from everyone talking. So I didn't get to watch it. But watching it back, it was funny.
Oh man, just watching them popping over behind Doritos and stuff, and you could hear Dodo from a mile away.
You can always hear me giggling on the field. It's dumb. But I was giggling because you're shooting away and nothing's coming out. I pulled out a mag and I'm like, it's not fading. I think Chris grabbed the flag and started running, and I'm like, nah. I mainly pushed up a bunch of gels out of the mag, put it back in, and just started chasing him, firing at the same time. Bastard nearly got the flag.
There was just so many good moments in it. It's just one of those ones that I just want to take snippets of and put some Benny Hill music to it. Just you guys it's just so good.
I'm pretty sure Rowan was eating a snack on field, by the way, while that was happening. Someone pointed out that apparently he was eating while he was behind a Dorito.
Yeah, I did hear that too, yeah.
Behind a Dorito, I'm gonna have to go back and watch for that now. That's
So yeah, that was it was an interesting 3 rounds, to say the least.
It was entertaining to watch. It's what we all love about hardcore. There's serious matches, but at the same time, they're just great to watch. Yeah. So, and then we had Hell's Gels versus Gravediggers in our first match. Hell's Gels being down one person.
And then down a blaster on top of that.
Yeah, we can all thank Looper for that, for not making an appearance, making it harder for the Hells boys.
Yeah. If you're watching, Callum, I'm very disappointed. I'm very sad. I was hoping to see you there, but
because you made the prediction for Hells, Dodo. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Can we talk about that actually? Can we talk about Dodo standing behind Kathy, yo, what's up? What was that, Dodo? What were you doing, mate?
I just wanted to be on the stream.
In complete hindsight, I don't know what the fuck I was doing at all. I just wanted to be kind of photo bombing behind the stream, just hey, look at me. it didn't go out the way I wanted it to. And yes, my prediction was completely skewed.
No. It was
That's because I didn't realize that Callum wasn't there until like I was watching the match myself, and I was like, oh shit, what have I done? But no, both of those games were fun to watch. So
yeah.
especially the sidelines.
Yeah, well, then we had Wreck-It and Demons.
Oh my goodness, Wreck-It Crew.
Man.
They brought
Savages.
something.
Absolute savages, those boys. They're weapons.
Yeah, they're just
Sorry.
growing from strength to strength. I'll Wreck-It. I'll agree with you on that one, Seb. Like, just savage. Like,
I reckon if there was ever a comp, and hypothetically speaking, that most of our boys couldn't make it, I reckon I would go as far as saying that I would hire those boys as mercenaries to play for us.
yeah, man, I'd definitely take them on board with some, like, just for some games if you needed fill-ins, 100%. If you're allowed to do that.
They're just straight up really cool dudes. Like,
100%.
I don't even know them really. Like, I met them I think it was the week before last, for the first time, and meeting them, seeing them again yesterday. They just treat you like you've known them for years. They're just really cool guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, got a lot of love for those guys. In saying that, same goes for Demons. Same goes for everyone at the moment at the hardcore league.
Demons
Everyone's
cool,
chill. Demons, man, I played with them at Rapid last Saturday for the just the Saturday speedball sort of thing.
Wow, yes, you did, yeah.
And man, they're just so much fun to play with. Like, them and Kabuki, just running around causing havoc. Like, it's great. Yeah.
I think coming down to it though, like I'm happy as the match that I requested on Instagram when they asked who do you think the team should be, and originally I had Hells and Damage to play each other and Wreck-It Crew and Demons. So I'm actually happy that there was a match to go ahead. But I think what the difference would have been for them is that Wreck-It Crew had already trained on that new field layout. Demons had not, because Demons played earlier in the season prior to the field change.
Yeah.
So coming into it, Wreck-It had at least, I think, 2 training sessions on this field. So that definitely came a long way. But as I say, those boys have come leaps and bounds. Being with them when there was just a bunch of brothers running the CQB at Hardcore Blasters next door, seeing them come into the fold of Speedball and just stepping it up from bound to bound.
Yeah.
Like, you can feel like just like an uncle proud of your sibling's child, watching them grow strength to strength, and then watching the community in the live streams being absolutely behind them. It's great to see.
Yeah, 100%. It's great when you have teams like this. Like, and I feel like we're gonna start really feeling it a lot more as the sort of first lots of people playing this as last year and this year. There's going to be lots of new teams coming in that you're going to fall in love with, and you're going to start watching them grow and grow and grow, and you're just going to start just loving them. Like, so definitely going to be like proud dad moments, proud uncle moments, I feel in the near future for a lot of us.
Well, coming into season 2 of Hardcore, we got 3 new teams coming back that are being reestablished, and the return of Defiance as well. So that was
a
completely different dynamic.
Seeing Defiance come into the fold was yes, I want that in there. I want them in there. I love those boys. I'm pretty sure, I got a feeling they might be coming in just to get Pikachu, but.
Oh, that bloody Pikachu. That bloody Pikachu.
Listen. Linda, listen. You can go to any comp you want. Doesn't matter the field. Doesn't matter whether they got grass or dirt. You still have to beat us. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Listen, I'm very humble in defeat. I'm very humble in victory. But when it comes to Pikachu, I'll fucking have to win. You ain't getting him. You ain't getting him. That's a hard fight. Trust me, if Pikachu was on the line, if they got rid of the $1,200 and it was Pikachu, Yakuza wouldn't have won last night. 5 minutes.
So does that mean if we if we have All Stars versus Defiance in the finals next season then? Are you just going to put up the Pikachu instead of the money then? Like, donate the money to something else?
You
Take
can,
everything I say with a grain of salt. You know that, but as far as Defiance are concerned, Pikachu's always up for grabs. It's just, unfortunately, they haven't been able to beat us since we put it up. So, you know,
Yeah.
it is what it is, apparently. So,
well,
he's always there. He's there. He's there for them to go for. Same as the Elite.
Sorry, you just break it up on us there, Sam.
I believe he said Carnage Company.
Carnage Company?
Yeah. So, come beat us.
well, there you go. If there's any Defiance guys here, that's a challenge.
I'm surprisingly cocky for someone who just lost.
It's okay to be cocky though. Like, yeah, we've also got Slop Raiders joining in on season 2 as well, which
coming back after their defeat in the first season last year.
Yeah. So
season, first game, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so
I think the big one that I'm sort of shocked with not being on here is Anarchy. I thought for sure Anarchy would have been in on season 2 to like try and get through again. Like, they're such strong players, they seem to enjoy it, you know. Just surprising that they're not on the list, that maybe they just didn't get in time. So
well, it's 100% as well. It's a limited number, but it's the same as Hell's Gels. They aren't returning as well for this season, and they were there last season as well. So expecting them to be there as well, but obviously the cap, they couldn't field players or whatever the case may be. But it's sad to not see them return either, even with damage stripping a team.
But in fairness,
Wednesday's a really good day. Like, there's no ifs or buts in it. It's not close enough to the weekend. Like, if it was a Thursday night, you could work. Like, I'm absolutely wrecked today. I didn't get to bed till like 2:30 in the morning. I didn't get home till about midnight after it, and I was up. Luckily, a rare occasion, I was actually up a little bit later than normally for work. Normally, goes for 4:30. Would have been absolutely rooted today if it was a normal day at work. Wednesday's just a hard day, you know. Like, maybe the Anarchy boys have just got. It's a bit too much for them.
Yeah.
Because it's an amazing comp. Everyone loves playing it. I didn't play it in the past with previous teams because I didn't think it was for me, and that was obviously a big mistake. As soon as I got there with Hallers, absolutely fucking loved it. It's an amazing comp, absolutely amazing comp. But it's just Wednesdays are super shit. Like, it works for some people because if you can't, some guys work Saturdays and Sundays, they can't make any of SSA and they can't make any of Gel City. But Wednesdays are the ones for them. But yeah, I just think there's a lot of people, it would purely just come down to that. No other reason other than weekdays are a hard day to go and throw yourself into barriers.
Yeah.
Like last night.
Yeah.
It's a very hard night. Not me. I don't do tricky stuff.
Touching back on the name of the league, though, they don't call it hardcore speedball for nothing, saying that Wednesdays are hard. Well, I mean, speedball. It's the same as the CQB, the character field next door. They don't call it hardcore for nothing.
Speedball.
Yeah.
Exactly, because softcore speedball, even if you googled it, would probably get you in some kind of trouble.
Oh, so, just like hardcore POV. Same.
Nah, it's an awesome crop, and I'm sure they've got a good reason. I know they're entered into a lot of stuff, Anarchy.
Yeah.
They're just pulling themselves a bit short or whatever the saying is supposed to be.
Yeah,
I'm not very good at English.
The wife and I were working out today. I'm pretty sure we've worked out that we've got the Nationals on the Sunday, and then that Wednesday is like the first week, and then the Saturday, Sunday after that is SSA. So like that's going to be a hectic week.
And you got Gel City clashing, yeah.
Oh, it's Gel City.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I know they were trying to change.
On the same day as Gel City, and then you've got either SSA and then Hardcore the Wednesday after, or the Wednesday after Nationals and Gel City and then SSA. Either way, it's a huge 4 weeks for any team that's invested in all of them.
Oh, definitely. Like you have your blaster go down on the Sunday, and you know, like it's gonna be hard. You know, have to make sure you've got backups on backups, especially with the Nationals being full auto. It's such a good way to mess up your blasters if they're not tuned for that. Like a lot of us boys are tuned for semi, obviously, and you'll get out there and switch it to full auto, and next minute you're having troubles. I know I have issues with my binary. Once I start firing too much, it overspins and just hell. So
You start getting the lovely beaks of death, don't
yeah,
you? If you've got a Leviathan, you get those lovely beaks of death.
Yeah. So
and on the spot, all you can do is take the battery and put it back in again, and if it blinks again, it's like, yeah.
I've never had it go that far. I think the furthest I've had to do is drop the mag out, switch it to safe, switch it back, and it started firing after that. So I've been lucky with not having to take a battery out, but yeah, it's definitely something that you don't want happening.
Yeah, I can speak on behalf of having to take a battery out mid-match, and it's not fun.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
speaking of teams returning back to hardcore, though, Zuggy, one of your favorites, TGB. They are coming back.
Yep, TGB are coming back. I'm pretty keen on that. Keen to watch them.
Mate, I've never known a team to basically travel interstate on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Oh man, the pure dedication.
Dedication alone is enough for me to.
And here you are saying Wednesdays are hard, and here's a team traveling 2 hours to do it on a Wednesday. So they're completely opposite end of the spectrum.
And they rocked up with their KFC that I assume they would have got from Caboolture, they've got big things on their face. Yeah, when I met them the first time, one of them was on the phone. I'm assuming to his wife or his partner, and he's like, "Yeah, stopped off at KFC, everything's all good." And I'm just like, "You got gel balls, you got gel balls, and you got chicken, fried chicken. You're like sorted.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
What more could you want? Maybe a beer or two on the side afterwards. What more could you want?
Yeah.
Yeah, pizza on the ride home. Who knows?
Pizza Rice, Crossfire, I'm keen on this. Like, they're right next to a Korean barbecue place.
Ooh.
Play gel ball, go for Korean barbecue. It's going to be great. I'm loving it.
Don't even remind me of that. Oh, God.
Anyway, I think we've gotten a bit sidetracked here. So, let's get back to the main event of last night. Yakuza vs All Stars.
My goodness.
That was that was one of the most stressful drives to work I have ever had, because I forgot that my brother wasn't working last night, so I was just having to listen. And everything I was hearing, man, I hear All Stars get the first game. I'm like, okay, sweet, like let's go. This is going to be good. All Stars got the second. Like, okay. All right, don't get 3-0'd here, guys. Like, this is the best of 5. Come on, Yakuza. And then out of nowhere, bang, we had Yakuza just find their strength, I guess. And yeah, the draw, and they got it because of the flag grab. Like, that just...
It's the stereotypical Hollywood movie comeback story, isn't
it? Yeah.
You have to win every one. You don't win the first one, but you get it on points. Then you win the second, then you win the third. Like,
yeah.
To be honest, if we had have won last night, if we had won in the formation that they won, mate, it's the all-American dream, isn't it?
It really is.
You lose the first two and you're down and out, and somehow you manage to turn it all your way through. Awesome effort. The mind, like the mental ability to not just lose the third game just purely because you're not there mentally is amazing. Like, a lot of teams in any sport wouldn't be able to pull that back. They literally dragged it out of the dirt. My only downside is that I didn't get to watch the game because I was in it.
Yeah.
To be honest, they're like, it would have been awesome to watch. One of the reasons I didn't get to bed till 2:30 is because I jumped straight on my GoPro and I jumped straight on the live stream. And I was rewatching all of it.
Yeah.
Because everyone was talking about how sick it was, and I was like, was it? Because I shit myself the whole time, so it didn't feel that good.
I think my stomach is still on the floor in hardcore, honestly. I think I've left it in the castle there. I'm going to go collect it on Sunday.
My stomach's not on the floor, but I'm pretty sure I left something for the cleaners. So.
Oh, my Lord.
Awesome.
Can we just talk about for a second, the start, before the game even started, Yakuza, Ben's Euro tactics.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this. Yeah.
2 minutes. on the 2-minute call, and
Oof.
here he is. I'm watching him like frantically trying to sort this out while everyone's already like out there, and I'm just like, holy fucking shit! Is everyone gonna go belly up right now? And
Yeah,
here he is, like fiddling around, and then he missed out.
Oh,
Oh, there goes September.
there he goes.
But yeah,
And then
yeah, you definitely say it's one of those Hollywood stories, and it is. Yeah, the 2-minute call goes out. We're standing around, and Ben goes, "Did you hear my blaster go off?" And we go, "Yeah." And then out comes the screwdriver. He's scrambling with the Euro tactic. It's the frantic.
Yeah.
We go up to the staging area. Rowan's calling the 1 minute. I run back down. I see the bottles out. Ben's flipping out. I describe it as pretty much like a relationship breakup. Like I was heartbroken for the man, being our captain, the one coming in with all the plans, all the strats. He was going to lead us through this match. Him to go down. Thankfully, though, Jesse stepping in as our 6th-man sub. He was brought on the night purely in case someone snapped an ankle or pulled a Jesse from Defiance and ran into a barricade and KO'd themselves. Something like that we were prepared for with the 6th man. In saying that, though, Jesse, he only played the TGB match this season for Hardcore. He hasn't done any... He's done a little bit of training here and there, but he hasn't played any other official comps except that TGB game. And for those who know the TGB game, we won that match probably within 60 seconds total of the three games. So that's the only experience he had coming into this. And for him to step in like he did and find his feet pretty damn quickly, I would say we started off pretty shaken, and I'd say we're shaken the whole 5 games. Coming in, losing our captain, not knowing how we're going to go about this, and we just had to do it on the fly. We just had to sink or swim, basically, fight or flight, and come out the other end. Yeah. I'd say that tipping point was definitely the 3rd game, then that draw with Little Mush getting that flag, getting away into Castle, and we just happened to hold back and sit there. I personally didn't even know we had grabbed the flag until I got up after that game, and I was asking our teams who grabbed flag, and they were like, we did.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a little legend darting around the field.
Okay, he's got a lot of growing still to do. So
Lots of growing.
Because the more he grows, the easier it will be to bloody see it.
Right. He did. He's barely even standing up, and he's just staying behind barriers, man.
Yeah,
like he doesn't have to crouch and slide around.
It's too good. He's too short. He shouldn't be banned. There shouldn't be an age limit. There should be a height limit. If you're not taller than the barriers, you're not allowed to play. Because all these old guys with bad knees, we can't get down that low, unfortunately. So it's not fair.
I don't know. You get pretty low at that back tee there, Sam, hiding away there.
Yeah. A lot of the time, I'm just kind of down on my knees, rethinking my life structure.
Just praying, like, please don't get hit by a gel while I'm sitting in the middle of the tee, please. Because all it takes is that one stray gel when you're sitting in that spot.
It's a tricky position. It can help you get the jump on another team, or it can kind of damn your team in a way. I guess, because you can get pinned really easily, really quickly, and then you're a man down for like in a stupid position. Snake and castles, you kind of expect going into a game. It's like you could do the breakout, and then your snake and castle player could be walking off almost straight away, and you kind of accept that. You go, right, cool, you got hit off the break, or you pin their team doing the same thing. But those 3 back positions, they need to be consistent throughout the 3 games, or 5 games in our case, and it's a bit not easier, but you can work your position a bit more on the back 2 towers, whereas the tee, you shouldn't get shot, but you can, unfortunately, because you pop out one side or the other. You can not only get shot by the opposite team, but you can get picked off quite easily by both Doritos and both back towers, because it's a straight line down the side of the X. So
but on the other edge of the blade, though, it has the biggest sight of the field. It gives away all the positions of the enemy team. You can see everything. It's just not getting shot from the tee.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%.
It's a risk reward sort of thing. Yeah.
For sure. When you go down the X or the castles, you're almost a bit of a lone wolf. You're not really shouting back to your team or telling people where people are. Like once you go there, you got a job to do, and it is to take out as many people as you can before you die.
Yeah.
Everyone expects this, just like the flag runner in a lot of comps, they just expect the flag runner to just die. As long as you get the flag first, you're all good. Whereas the back towers and the back that back straight line there, you're kind of expected to hold it down. You're not meant to take as many risks. You're meant to control the game. As we know, it's the same in SL, same over in Europe, same in America. It's same in any sport, actually, really. Certain positions don't just come with the position, it comes with other responsibilities. You know, like the playing up the back is usually the guys calling the game and letting everyone know what's going on, letting people know when to move. And the guys up front they're kind of like the strikers if you're from England and you watch football.
I can't
You
say
do
I do.
you do your job on your own. Yeah, I know, yeah. You do your job on your own though. You know, like you're a one-man army up at the top. Once you get the ball, it's your job just to finish it, and you're not really supposed to pass it back. You're not meant to get help from anyone. You're gonna have the skill to be able to run the game on your own. That's the forward positions in speed or like speedball. A lot of it is that these guys are up there and you're on your own. Your comms are down, and you just got to get the job done.
Yeah,
and that's where last night for me personally, taking the game to another level, because I am a pillar player. I've played 95% of this current season of hardcore from pillar. I'm normally the loud one you always hear for Yakuza on the stream, the loudest, screaming his head off. And the fact that and for me to go Dorito and Castle, like, it's just holy shit, I have to run. I've got to do a lot more here. I found myself, calling out a lot less because I was shitting myself in a position I wasn't comfortable in, just trying to do my bit for the team.
Yeah. So it's that mindset, haven't you? You just got to change every. Mate, I played back left pillar. I played for Insidious as my position. It was back left. No matter what, I never did anything else.
Yeah.
Left pillar. When I joined Valhalla's Protectors originally to help start up that team, it was back left pillar, same thing. And then when I joined the Keepers as the permanent team, it was the same thing, back left pillar. And then circumstances arose and we needed to switch the team up a little bit, and it was kind of not necessarily my suggestion. Well, it wasn't my suggestion. It wasn't in my head personally. It wasn't the most ideal situation, but as a team, it worked out. The best position was to move me into a different position, and I had to overcome and adapt. And it's so hard to change from what you're so used to, and this sport's so small and tight. You've kind of got your backs and your forwards, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You're either the proper little speedy boy, like Braden from Demons. You're either on your knees all the time, sliding through everywhere, shooting everyone, or you're kind of like, like Dale and all of those kind of people on my team. That was you plant yourself at the back and you hold your ground. You're loud, you talk, and you control the game. It's super hard to change your position up if it's not what you're used to.
Yeah, and you get see we had with Dylan when he'd play with us. We'd class him as a soft pillar, so he would run pillar behind Dodo, right? And once Dodo got to a certain point, you'd just see him go, right, I'm done with anchoring this spot, Rob and everyone or whatever else is good on the other side, and he'd just start running. He'd turn like he was a 2-5 player. Like he was such a diverse player, and I can't wait to play with him again. But
been too long.
Been way too long, because he is so dynamic in that way. If he knows he needs to hold, he'll hold. If he needs to take up a pillar position, he'll take that. I can remember one of the games we had, he turned to me and went, I'm running for the snake, like off the break. And he sent himself well and truly into that snake and cleaned up like a mofo. When you get players like that sort of pop out and come in, and you fall in love with them instantly, because it's just such a crazy style.
I've enjoyed my team permanently. Please don't talk to anyone else. If you can get a guy that can do the back pillars like solid, like really well, and you can get someone that can, at the drop of a coin or the flip of a hat or whatever the saying you want to use, can then go and either run flag or run snake. That is like God mode activated. You got the guy right there. If you can unlock God mode, that's it. You're done. Like no one stands a chance against you after that. You know?
Yep. definitely
Joel,
I'm just trying to unlock that mode at the moment. I'm like on level 5 out of a game like Skyrim. You know, there's 1,000 levels to
yeah,
go.
yeah,
I'm on level 5. It feels good, but there's a million more to go. So I'm
yeah,
getting
yeah. I'm feeling that myself, man. Like I'm trying my best
there.
to get down low. At Rapid the other day, I had Kabuki and Demons. Sugi, like go out wide. Like no, I'm pillar player. No, go out wide, man. Go out
But there's
wide.
no pillars here. There's
Yeah,
no pillars here, mate.
just
You
go
just
out
got to.
wide. Have fun. Like it's a scrim day. Go and have some fun. Go out wide.
Yeah.
And my knees are wrecked from it. Like I was sliding around on my knees all day, but God, it was fun. It was a fun
Yeah.
day. So
For sure. For sure.
I just got Joel saying here, pillar is the best place to turn a game around as well. Like much easier to clutch if you get the chance. And then he goes on a bit later to say, then you play at SSA and it's 4 pillar players, double stacked pillar.
That was definitely the meta I found playing at SSA for the qualification day.
Those
pillars are so big, you can have 2 players sit there comfortably, and then the outside ones can move for your snake and castle afterwards, and it's just nuts. When you peek out, you've got 2 heads, and then you got Dodo doing his plexi thing, whatever. But
yeah,
you're peeking your head from pillar, and you've got 2 heads looking at you. Yeah.
Yeah, see, the meta for that day was simply we got told there is no points are really mattering that much. It's all about the wins. As soon as us damage boys found that out, it was so it's deathmatch then.
Yeah.
So why risk running for that flag? Why do any of that? Yeah, you just sit back and you just kill.
Saying that, doing a shame, one of probably many shameless plugs tonight. Shout out Speedsoft Australia and SpeedTV.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm sure everyone probably already knows. I'm usually the last one to actually figure anything out. But you actually get more. So I think he got rid of the cojones bonus or minimized it, and it's actually kind of tacked on to getting the flag now. So there is a point to getting the flag, because if you get first flag grab and hang it, it's like an extra 25 on top of the 220 you're going to get anyway. So it's pretty clever. Like it is a team deathmatch, but if you work it out, if you've got someone that's good enough at calculations and math and thinking on the score, you could change an entire game around, because you go, oi boys, listen, we're losing this, but if we get the flag on that one, it doesn't matter if we lose it. You know, we can still actually go through on points. So
eerily similar to last night in game 3. Eerily similar.
100%. 100%. I think going into game 5, even last night, as I said, I'm terrible at maths, but I'm pretty sure that you guys were tipping it going into the game, and then we got the flag, which actually meant we had won the game if it stayed like that. So as long as at least one of our guys was still on the field, we won the game. And then obviously you got the flag hang, which tipped you over again. But I think looking back on it, actually, I think on points it was that tight and it was that close. And it actually was, luckily, because it being hardcore and the way it's set up, is that they went on the wins on the rounds.
Yeah.
That's how tight it was, and that's what I was actually saying to a couple of the Wreck-It boys yesterday while I was waiting, because I was like 3 hours early because I didn't want to sit at home too excited. And I was actually talking to them, and I said, you've really, nowadays, it's not about just getting out and shooting people and winning the game. It's you've really got to think about each round, each match, each set of each match.
Yeah.
Because you can change an entire game just because you're smarter than the other people.
Yeah.
You might not necessarily be better in that third game, but if you have someone that's quick enough to think about it, you can pull games back purely by just going, oi, look, if we win and we have all 5 left on the field, we actually jump up just enough points to take them.
Yeah.
Or if we lose but we get the first flag grab, we still technically win.
Yeah.
Or it's getting so smart now. All 3 comps as well, hardcore, Chelsea and SSA. You've got to have a mathematician with you, basically.
Yeah. That's why you get a smartwatch and put a calculator on it.
Yeah, you got to pay your accountant $150 an hour to stand on the sideline and for you. And come and listen, it's 2 matches each here. We've got 1 more to go. How do we do this? and he'll go, "Oh no, you need to throw the game, but you need to throw it by this and that," and then you win. It's super crazy how it's turned out compared to early last year with just SSA, and it was just a matter of getting out there. And we thought we were speedy boys back then. Nothing.
Nothing. We got nothing.
Compared to the boys nowadays, the brain power between the team and the skill, and for some reason knees made out of concrete, which none of us have. They're killing it.
Yeah.
It's changing and evolving really quickly.
I think Dale's telling you to stop spilling secrets here, Sam.
Yeah.
Like, Dale already knows that I talk to absolutely everyone. And I never give away my real secrets, my good secrets. I give away the entry level ones.
So
$59.95. This is my second plug of the day. $59.95 a month, and I will give you some more secrets.
How about you give us some freeze for today?
I just did. I just told you. You got to be smarter at math. Don't drop out of school, kids. That's the
Look,
first free secret.
It comes down to this, though. I feel if you're giving away secrets in this sport, it doesn't matter. It does not matter, because your secret you could do, but if someone else tries to do it, there's a good chance that they can't pull it off the same way. If you've got someone trying to coach your team,
already doing it better than me.
Yeah.
Like slightly different and better, and it's like, oh well, I kept that a secret for so long. Turns out everyone already knew about it.
Yeah.
You know.
So
and coming into it,
I thought I was the only one that knew about SYG, and then it's like, oh, actually, everyone's watching it.
And coming into this, where our sport's growing so much and it's turning into other sports, like our live streams are just getting better and better between all three comps. So anything you bring onto the field you play has got to be exposed. So you have to be prepared to have multiple strategies going forward, because once you do something once, they can use that as game film, and it's just like playing football, playing soccer, playing any sort of sport in the world, even esports and competitive video games. Once you start showing strategies on the field, you have to be prepared that other teams are going to learn from that. They're going to study it like anything else.
Yeah.
And that will become a lot of the top teams you'll see, especially going into, I reckon, in Pro League of SSA, there's going to be a lot of teams. And I know Bryce from Kendo, he does it already. He's on the ball with watching any sort of video footage he can from any sport, any leagues the teams are playing that he's going to come up against to see what they're going to run.
Yeah.
And it's going to make it tougher, and it's going to make it even more competitive than what it already is. And I'm looking forward to it, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cannot wait. Everyone. That's a good one from
How to
Lachlan
defeat
here.
their own strategy. 100%. Everyone should be able to know how to defeat their own strategy. That is the best advice you can get. You can make up the best strategy in the world, but if you don't know how easy it is to topple it, then it's not a good strategy, because all it could take is one person going, they're triple stacking on one side and leaving the other side open. Like, okay, we can do this, counter it, done. Like, if you're not ready to counter their counter, you've lost.
It's not...
like, so.
Yeah, it's going to become more than just being a speedy boy running and shooting things. Soon it's going to,
100%.
You're going to be starting having physical playbooks written up with pages and pages of strats and team layouts and stuff like that going forward.
It's already getting to that point already. Like,
definitely.
You look at all the current teams we've got now, and how many of them do you think already have already come up with plays just for certain teams alone?
Yeah.
Like, if you're not doing stuff like that, then you're very underprepared.
Can't get comfortable.
Yeah.
You're going to be very underprepared when it comes to game time. So, then I'll say this now: like, all teams should be studying, all teams should be learning, all teams should be finding ways to beat their opponents.
Yeah.
If you're not doing that much, then you're gonna get rolled, and you don't want that.
Dig deep and send it. That's what it's all about. Dig deep, and I agree with, like Joel's just said, just don't have one strategy, just wing every game. I am one for the wings.
After my own heart.
Yeah. What are we gonna do this time, Zug? I don't know. Just like go over there. I don't know. Like just send it. Send it smart.
That was us last night after losing Ben. That was, we all stood there at the breakout wall going, okay, who's going where? What are we doing?
Yeah.
You're going here, here, and here. Okay, boys, let's go shoot shit and see what happens.
First hit the wall, see what sticks.
Yeah.
But yeah, whew.
Yeah. So
It was definitely a crazy night, and props to Valhalla as
Yeah.
they come out, and that hardest game of all season, like harder than any of the qualification games I played at SSA, playing against Aussie Elite and SSA qualifications like that. And again, best of 5, like you play best of 3s for so long and you go 2-0 down and it's one thing, but to have 5 games there and to go the full 5, it's not a 3-0 one way or another.
Yeah.
To go all 5 and I've watched that stream back multiple times already now, like our match, and yeah, like Zuggy said, I would have hated to be driving to work and listening to it. Like playing it, watching it's one thing, playing it's another. But yeah,
I was lucky enough to get to work and see the very final like part. Like, so I was like walking into work, holding my phone in front of me, like, come on, like, let's. Who has this? How's this going? My workmates are like, what are you doing, man? I'm like, just give me 5 minutes. Just give me 5 minutes. Like, this is too good. So, but speaking of the 5 rounds, like, how did you guys go with your ammunition? Like, how many gels did you end up taking out there? How many mags did you end up loading yourself up with? And did you feel like you were going to run out? Like,
I think I had 13 mags on me.
13 mags.
I think you
Holy.
nearly beat Donnie last season.
It's quite
Donnie
a
had
funny
like
story
16.
actually. I showed Dale when the debrief was happening. I just had a 4-banger mag holder on one side, and I had my dump pouch on the other. Dale was sitting down next to me listening to Rowan or Toby give the debrief, and I like nudged him and looked down at my dump pouch, and he looked in, and he just like smirked and like kind of laughed, and then all of a sudden Rowan did his spiel about, if this gets to 5 rounds, we're going to do sudden death after sudden death after sudden death, no reloading, no nothing, rah. And then Dale like looks at me and he's like, come here. And I lean down and he's like, you're going to have to share some of those mags. And I was like, nah, they're mine. It's all me, mate. You guys should go and buy some more. Because I look like an idiot with 13 mags. But when you think about it, 5 games, mate, imagine losing a grand final because you ran out of gels.
Yeah.
Like, it's not cool. You don't feel good about it, especially if you're dominated. Like, so we obviously won the first 2, drew the third, so we were looking very promising to take it out coming into the 4th game still.
Yeah.
Imagine if 3 of our guys didn't have any gels left, and then we just got steamrolled purely because we were scared and we were hiding because we had no gels left. It's always better to be over prepared, you know. Yeah. Overdressed, not underdressed, as my dad would say. So,
yeah, for me personally,
I took a lot of mags.
I run the SLR base, so for me personally, I normally average about 1 mag per round. So I went out there with 6 mags, and coming into the 4th and 5th, I think I came down to my last mag, and I'm like, thank fuck this doesn't have sudden death, because if it was, we'd all be running around, just bashing on, doing their finger guns like Dodo, just trying to make as much noise, and hopefully we can get the flag grab, and then it probably would have turned into a game of fucking Tiggy, like who can get flagged to the other end. Like we would have been playing tug of war over the X with no blasters by the end of that if we had gone into sudden death, I feel.
100%. It would have just been whoever's the fastest. Grab the dudes, which when one of them is Bigfoot and the other one's Michael, we wouldn't have won if it was a game of dodge. Because between them, fun fact, I'm pretty sure their arm span is about 450 meters. So I don't see how we would have ever got past them to hang the flag. They got big arms. Like, they don't need to do anything. They just reach out and grab you by the jersey. Just take the flag out of your hand from the other end of the field. So.
It would have just turned into a game of rugby. 100%.
I'm glad it didn't get to that, because it wouldn't have been, I guess, such a good victory for you boys, and it would have been a bit of a sore loss for us if it had ended up in having to play a game where most people didn't have gels. So it ended up.
It would have been a foul taste in the mouth to end, because everyone just lost out and it was just whoever hung the flag. But you see at the end of that game 5 when I hung the flag, I got back to X and I just dropped. I had nothing left in the tank. Like I was exhausted. Just the relief and going through it. I've never been pushed that far in speedball to that point.
Yeah, it was good.
Just you said you had 13 mags. I'd like to add on that last season, Noddy had 16 to 18 mags.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
you know what,
Right.
Noddy?
Noddy
That's
is
Noddy, man.
insane.
That's
Noddy is
Noddy.
insane.
Have you seen him on the trigger?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't even pull the trigger as fast as he can, so I don't need as many mags
He
as him.
spams that trick. He just sits goes, ah la 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 la. Oh hi.
The old trick, the old speedy boy trick, isn't it? You know, everyone knows what you're doing. If I walk down the street doing this, no one would know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Walk past someone that plays
Exactly.
the ball. Like
Oh,
that.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, you're one of those guys. You play the speedy boy.
They're either a speedy boy or they play a lot of point blank. I don't know if you ever,
Yeah.
you know, doing these ones, right? Like, just gotta get that.
Oh, my
Jeez,
goodness.
that's a memory and a half right there.
Yep. Ben's just saying, like, without, if his blast hadn't gone down, he had a tank spare in his backpack with spare
did.
mags. He had
He
an
did.
air tank ready to go.
Yep.
Just to
If
be
his Euro
safe.
had been working and he started doing a Noddy and absolutely laying those gels out, he had mags on mags and a spare tank ready to go because he brought it in a backpack with him out onto the field.
Yeah.
He could swap it out and he would have been good to go.
Nah, it's just
So what
insane.
would
Like,
you do in that situation? Because obviously I'm still caveman AEG over here. Like you rip the Euro tactics off, do you? And then
Well, he
No,
was running the backpack he normally ran with his hose for his ARP, so he had the tank in that, and then he had the tank on his Euro. So he would have just hunkered down in castle or between matches and just quickly swapped them out and screwed the new Euro or the new tank into
new
the
tank.
Euro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like a
sneaky,
mag swap.
sneaky,
Yeah.
sneaky.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
obviously, he didn't get to play the game, but yeah.
I reckon I need to jump on the HPA. I reckon you guys are getting away with more than us. I'm not even allowed to walk on the field with a spare battery, but you guys are allowed to walk. I'm scared to get you down to Atlantis.
Well, honestly, come SSA,
I'm gonna tank on this.
come SSA, I'm expecting a lot of teams to be running HPA by SSA. Seeing all these other players getting HPAs
reckon.
left, right, and it's just gonna be nuts.
They can have their HBA.
Yeah.
AEG for life. Give me that
Then
tapetless.
So there's the third shameless plug for the night.
Yep.
Big up Azrael Armory.
Yep. No, that's this right here.
Yeah.
Let's just be sure to get your scythe
We're still
boxes,
waiting
your
for
muzzle
Taylor.
techs, and your pistol silicon
We're still-
oil.
We're still waiting for Caleb. You haven't shamelessly plugged anyone yet. It's actually a bit disappointing. You're part of the championship team and you haven't shamelessly plugged anyone, not even the boys. It's a bit of a letdown, to be honest.
Oh, look.
If they dropped you from the team because of it, mate.
I can't get in here because you're doing all the shameless plugging, man. I'm just here enjoying the show and just Sam's talking and talking
Shout
and
out
talking.
Caleb, shout out your keeper.
Just going along with the flow. But I will say though, those Aztec hop-ups though, they are amazing. I did run one last week on
No,
the
that doesn't
Euro.
count.
No, but from a player's perspective, those hop-ups are amazing. But I will shout out to GBU supporting the boys. For those who haven't seen the video of Joshua, Riddick, and Corey at the office at 7 and 8 o'clock at night, watching us and absolutely losing their minds, screaming, knocking over the camera, just absolutely celebrating after the fifth game. Those boys, they were sweating us
Anyone would
hard.
think it's a real sport looking at that footage.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Anyone would think it's a real sport.
What do you mean this is a real sport? It's a real sport for us.
yeah, 100% it's a real sport.
True. Yeah, true. I thought I'd have a bit of a better body if I got into a real sport, and I don't. So.
Unfortunately, this sport isn't one that you can just sort of play and get fit. I feel like it's one that you have to like just keep going. You know, like you have to be at the gym every day still. Like.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
We don't have to worry about that. We just go home and have a beer and eat some cake.
Yeah, I shot some people today. This is great. Let's go home and have beers. Beers and KFC. Hey, Hardcore's just saying too.
I lost a lot of weight last night, though. Reckon I lost a lot of weight just from sweating.
Yeah.
I lost more weight last night than I ever have, I reckon.
So Hardcore was just saying earlier, it actually wasn't a draw in Game 3. Yakuza won that game on points because of... So technically they were... But it was a timeout, so I could see why... Like, yeah.
Yeah. From the player's perspective, the timing out to us, that's a draw, and we just technically won it on points.
Yeah.
It was a draw. We timed out. It was a draw. We just happened to get the flag grab, which...
I'm not speaking for everyone, but for a lot of people that I know and I talk to, that if you don't hang the flag, that's a draw. Then you win it. You win it because of points. So I still call it a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the other way around it was us,
Yeah.
I would tell people that we lost the first two, we drew, and won by points, and then won the last two.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
No
That's
offense,
the
no offense to
No.
the Accuser boys.
I say the same thing 100%. I said
Yeah.
the tipping point was the draw that we won on points, and that led us to win the 2 games further that we hung the flag. 100%. On a technicality, we won, but it was a draw in our eyes. We couldn't get through each
Not on a
other.
technicality.
Yeah.
Not on a technicality. You outplayed us on that one to get it on the points. Definitely not a technicality. A technicality would be like, oh, you won because one of our guys got sent off because he was wearing thongs, not shoes.
Tactical thongs inbound.
Yeah.
They were cross trainers. They're my cross trainers.
Yeah.
No, you step onto the field with Crocs, you can just turn around and go home. You're not coming up with Crocs.
Look, I thought this was okay. It's 30 degrees today. I thought I was allowed to have ventilation in my footwear. It's not fair with me.
Oh my lord. Oh my goodness. So
Joel's just said he walks further from his car to the venue than he does from break to pillar all day. I would 100% agree with that.
Yep.
Even during the games, like if we've still got Dodo and Vash or one of the other guys up, even running the flag in, if I don't have to grab that flag and run it in, I'll just watch them go, and I'll just stand at the X and be like, I'll just wait here for them to hang that.
Yeah,
Like,
right players in the middle. Yeah, I'm already here.
I'm already here.
way ahead of you.
How shit is it when the guy that's just done all the work, swept the whole field, killed like 3 guys, he's at the other team's breakout, he turns to you and goes, get the flag. And
Get
you're
the
like,
flag.
Oh,
Oh, come
I'm gonna run.
Look at me.
No, mate,
Look,
you
dude,
take
you
the
did
ball.
running.
I'll just go down to you.
Oh,
Shots fired.
I know that is Kathy right now. I know that is Kathy.
100%. Oh, shots.
So for context, Taylor's just asked, can we get measurements on Moosh to see if there's a regulation size for the flag grabber?
Oh.
To which he has replied with, well, he's taller than most of Damage Cartel.
Oh! See, I haven't seen that reply. My stream doesn't show me the replies there, but wow.
Yeah. That's look, I can say right now he is shorter than me, so that means most of Damage Cartel is shorter than me.
I mean, they are like.
they're all filler. Most of them are filler, so.
Oh, we love them. Yeah, small little dudes. That's why I play pillar. I'm a big guy. I'm not getting down. Like they could get down. They're small.
And then there's people like bloody Dane, who is tall and plays Snake.
Oh man, Dane is
Just
a weapon.
Just turns into Elastigirl and is just contorted like a
Yeah.
gymnast.
And I just sit there and go, no.
My body don't bend like that. No. My back says no.
My knees definitely say no.
But I'll say that though, with Bush, he coming into next season, he won't be the youngest player. We do have, I believe, player from SIA coming in is younger than Mush, so Mush will no longer be the youngest in the competition. So that'll be interesting to see.
He has been dethroned. He has been dethroned.
The time has come.
I don't even care. Let these these young blokes get in. Let them play. I'm so
100%,
keen on seeing
100%.
these guys grow with the sport. Like just.
That is also correct. Dave basically shoots from the ground.
Yeah.
While standing.
Yeah. This is why I don't like versing him. He's spooky.
All right. So earlier on today, I thought let's have a bit of fun, and I put up on my Instagram, like ask a question for you guys tonight.
I was scared.
Yeah, I didn't get many, but they are a good laugh. Like Hardcore asked what it was like playing 5 games as opposed to the standard 3 games, which I feel like you guys have kind of already answered that. Like, a lot more tough mentally and physically, obviously.
I personally think it was. You can't answer that question given the situation we were in, playing a grand final. It didn't even feel, for me, it didn't even feel like we played 5. the time went quicker last night than it did in any of the other 3-round matches that we played. So
Yeah.
it was good because if we played 3, it would have been like, oh, just,
it would have been over after 2.
Over.
Yeah.
So it was good that it was 5. But if I'm being brutally honest, I could have played 10 last night. Yeah, easy, and like I was starting to get really, really amped up by the 5th game. Like, if it was another 5 or whatever, or say 7 even, I could have done that. Like,
yeah,
the adrenaline goes through you. Time seems to just zoom by, and then before you know it, it's over, and you've won or you've lost.
Yeah, I'd say that I was wrecked by the end of it, but if it had been more than 5 matches, the adrenaline would have kept pumping. It was only the pure fact that I knew it had come to the end, and then you stop and realize and you assess your body and go, holy shit. But knowing if you had more rounds, you just would have dug deep to the bottom of your tank and you would have just kept going until the ref said that's the match.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Justin's just saying they played 10 last Gel City Grand Final.
Exactly.
Like,
have like that. It just keeps going.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
That was different though. That's a different situation because we, like me personally, I was there at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Pure test of endurance.
Many games before the grand final, so then to get to 8 o'clock ish at night and play 5 against again like a team like Aussie Elite, which are they're absolute fucking animals to play against.
Yeah.
That's a completely different situation. Like your body starts giving up on you, your knees are hurting. That slide you did in round 2 is now actually starting to hurt.
Yeah.
So to play 5 and then find out that, okay, we lost that one, that, given the rules, we get to run it back. That's mentally and physically, that's a completely different thing. Like, you don't, as much as everyone says that they walk into a comp wanting to win it, no one really walks in 100% genuinely believing, I'll be leaving here at 9 o'clock tonight because I'm going to win this entire comp.
Yeah.
So you get to that stage, you kind of exhaust all mental ideas you had of that day. It's like, okay, we're at the finals now, it's cool. So then when you get told, like, by the captain or by the ref and go, right, we're going to do another 5, your brain kind of goes, boop, and you don't comprehend anymore, and you just do it. You just go, oh, okay, and then you walk back to the breakout line, and you stand there, and then you go, oh shit, I've got another 4 of these after this, and then you just play it, and then you give up on the drive home, basically. So it's a completely different environment, completely different atmosphere. Hardcore was awesome because the whole day, for me anyway, at work, revolved around, I'm turning up to go play a grand final. Like, that was it. That was it no matter what. Whereas Gel City and SSA, you're turning up to have a bit of fun and see how far your team makes it. And if you make it to the finals, then by then you've played hard teams, you've had lucky wins, or sometimes a lucky loss, an unlucky loss, or whatever.
A lucky loss. Never had that one before.
Yeah, well, no, honestly, Gel City, you can have a lucky loss because if it means you drop down to the next division and then get to dodge a team like Midnight Kendo or Aussie Elite.
Oh, yeah.
Else, I consider that, mate, if I can go an entire comp without playing Midnight Kendo, I consider, because I lost the game and then pop back up at the grand final, that's a lucky loss in my eyes. If you don't have to play Defiance, Aussie Elite, Midnight Kendo.
You might as well just keep listing the whole comp then at this point.
It's not going to stop.
Yeah,
Can I just go to the grand final now, please? I'll see you at 7 o'clock, thanks. Yeah. Cheers, I'm going to go get food.
That's one of our game plans. Once we get towards the end of the comp, like a Gel City comp, we just start walking around to the other teams and just go, we'll see you at the finals, eh? Doesn't matter, there's 4 games left, we go, we might as well just not waste everyone's time and we'll see you boys right at the final. And then we'll go to the next team and go say the exact same thing to them. We'll say to 4 different teams. We'll see you in the final, boys. We'll see you in the final. We'll just tell everyone else they can go home now, and us and you, we can just do the final. So it's good fun. But it is completely different.
All right, let's get back to these questions. They're doozies. The 5 that I got are just brilliant. Mush came through with why is Krysis so good?
I don't see it, man. I don't see it.
This is the level of questions I got today, and I think I'm going to have to start doing this more often because
This is great. I love this.
Meme Gel Ball had 3 questions for us, and
Oh. here we
okay,
go.
okay. So we started off with, will we see a repeat of last night's finals next season? Are you guys hoping for that? Obviously, you'd be hoping for that.
Well, it's funny enough the way we've gone, because we've played against Valhalla All Stars every single round coming up to the grand final. We had them in our first games when it was us 2 and Damage B. And it was us 2, and we played each other in 2 games that night. They won the first one 2-1, we won the second one 2-1. Then we proceed to the next round, round 4, where you add TGB and Record Crew. They beat us, we beat them 2-1 on that night. Then we come to the semi-finals. They beat us 3-0. Come to the grand final, you can see where I'm going with this, and we win. It's literally tit for tat. They win, we win, they win. It's literally back and forth between each other. So, yeah, I'd like to be in the grand final against them, but it might go the other way next time. They might be due to beat us.
Just look at what happened to me. we were the winners of the first season. We got knocked out in our first round.
That's the brutality of hardcore comp, though. Like, you have that one day and you're out. That's it, done. So
it is what it is. So
all right, and then Meme Gel Ball come through with 2 that, out of the 2 of you, who was the better player? I kind of looked at that and went, that's not something you can really debate, I feel. So.
Someone's just looking to call a shot.
Yeah.
Look,
like,
is that a question between me and him, or you and Dodo?
Look,
you 2, I think, because I was asking to stuff for you guys.
I'm a shit talker. I ask some stupid questions when you had Anarchy on, so I'm willing to answer the questions. If you and Dodo and Caleb are willing to answer the questions as well, that's what we'll
look, if we want to know who the best player is right now, it's Zuggy.
Mate.
Yeah, 100%. Well, good answer. Good answer. Good answer, Steve.
Thank you.
Him and that goddamn tutu.
And that answer has nothing to do with the fact that he can turn my live stream off whenever he wants.
Thanks for coming, Sam. Delete.
Yep, delete. Thanks later. See us later. We're just going to cut to just me for a second.
Hear the word from our sponsors.
I think that Ben does make the same point. You can't really compare 2 players that play in different positions.
No.
You can say who's the best pillar, who's the best castle, who's the best flag runner. You can't really compare 2 players that plays back middle T and who's normally a pillar and end up being castle and Dorito. Like it's a bit unfair in the essence to compare players that aren't going head to head in position sense. It's like comparing a goalkeeper against a midfielder in football. Like you can't do it.
Thanks for calling it football, by the way.
It is football.
All right. Our last question. We'll just move away from that one because it is one that I sort of looked at and went, this is just going to either cause shit or it's just not going to go anywhere. That you can't compare do this. I had a good chuckle when I got this one. In a fight, who would win? A burrito or a tortilla? Yeah.
Wait, this is a real question, right?
A burrito or a tortilla? They're the same thing.
No. You're got the burrito.
Isn't a tortilla crunchy?
No, that's a taco. A tortilla is the wrap of the burrito.
Yeah, right?
Look. Burrito. Hands down, it's the burrito.
Mate, a burrito's a stocky little motherfucker, isn't he? If he's made right, so I'm putting my money on a burrito.
All right.
He's got beans. You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna say burrito just because. I'm like I feel like I'm back in high school doing maths again. Like I'm just looking at the whiteboard going, huh? Like I'm perplexed. I've got no words for this.
It was just fun. Yeah, I got the question. I sort of thought, what sort of a question is this? You know what? I'll ask it anyway. Who cares?
It lives up to his name.
I don't know why you thought that question would hardcore shit, like as if.
Oh, I just didn't know if you guys were just going to be like, oh, I'm the better one, and then it would start like getting out of hand.
I would see the argument coming in more if it was taco and tortilla, if taco and burrito, if that was the comparison, not something that's the same.
No, I thought the last question was going to cause issues, like who out of the two of you is the better player?
Ah, yeah.
I think personally, Caleb is better at whatever he does, and I think I'm better at whatever I do.
And that's what it comes down to. Like as we were saying, like you both play different positions, as Ben said as well. Like you can't really
Hands
compare
down,
that.
I can't play middle T. I will say I would be the worst middle T player in the friggin' in the community. Like I could not do middle T. I hate that spot with a passion.
Dude, people can push me into Castle and Snake as much as they want, but I'm still going to be trash at it. Like I'm a pillar player. That's what I do. I'm good at yelling across the field and just spamming. You know, like that's what I do. So, yeah.
In saying all this, we can like also throw if anyone in our comments have questions, but I want to throw our age-old weekly question.
Yeah, Sam's question that's just come back to haunt him.
What team do you hate losing to? And we'll start with Sam, since he's the founder of this question.
He is.
I think I deserve the respect enough to hear Caleb's answer first.
Mine's pretty basic though. Really, I hate losing to everyone.
You can't say that.
I know. I know it's not allowed, and I know I can't really say Aussie Elite either. But and look at looking at my time in speedball, I've only come into 2021, and myself with Yewwww in 2021. The only two teams that have beaten us are Valhalla All Stars and Aussie Elite. They're the only teams, all of SSA other than Aussie Elite, we beat everyone 2-1. We've dropped games, but we haven't dropped matches except for Valhalla and Aussie Elite. So they're the only two.
But there has to be a team out there that you walk onto the field, you get to the breakout, and you turn to the boys while they're waiting. You go, "Don't fucking lose this." Like there's always that one team where you go, "Boys, no matter what, we can't fucking lose tonight. This game right now, we cannot lose."
Well, that was me in game 3 last night. Like we have to win every match right now. We can't fucking lose this. That was me last night. So I would have to say it's you guys at this point purely because of my experience so far. That we've just gone tit for tat every game, and then we go 2-0 down in a grand final. It's like we have to wake the fuck up here.
Yeah.
With everything. No. That's outside of it. I haven't played enough teams at all. Like I can't say I've played everyone yet to know who I hate losing the most to.
Yep.
Fair. All right. Sam's up.
Get your ass back in the camera.
I'm waiting for you to just pull out Pikachu and be like, "Hey, we forgot to talk about him."
Can we just talk about all my medals that I didn't have and all of that? Shameless. I'm very shameless. Nah, to be fair, I answered the question when I asked it when you had Anarchy, but I think it's changed now, to be honest. It used to always be Damage Cartel. When I played with Insidious, I don't ever remember winning a game. One set, but I don't ever remember winning a game against Damage. So obviously, when there's a team that you've never beaten, it doesn't matter about the comp on the day. You walk in there and go, "That's the team I want to beat," because that's now a new achievement. That's an achievement unlocked. Is that we couldn't beat these guys before. So if we can walk away with a win against them today, even if we lose every other game, I'm happy because they're the team. That's the level. That's the mission that you never could complete in the game.
Yeah. So
it used to be Damage Cartel a lot, but I don't know. It's changed now. Playing with a new team, the skill set's different. The way we play is different, and now I guess opposition or whatever it has changed a lot. Teams that used to be really tricky to beat aren't as tricky anymore, and teams that we used to do well against, we're not maybe doing as well against anymore because I'm in an entirely different team now. I don't know I don't actually really know who the team would be now. Midnight Kendo is a team that the nerves always rack up. I said it to the boys at the last Gel City comp and the Gel City comp before. And if memory serves me correctly, I'm pretty sure Midnight Kendo sent our other team, Valhalla's Protectors, home in both comps. I think. I know they did it in one of them, so there was a bit of retribution that needed to happen as well. Like, we're not just beating them to keep us in the comp. We're doing it as like, in a way, a bit of revenge for the rest of the boys in our team, for the other team. So, and they're fucking sick. Like, they play well. They've got the fingers down, and they got the moves. We're not so much that team. We're kind of like the boys look like they just finished a rugby match, or a footy match, or whatever. So they're kind of like the image of the sport in a sense. They are watching all the videos, and they are picking up little tricks to make themselves better, and they're doing the groundwork to try and really, like, basically be like a full-blown speakeasy airsoft team. So it's always nervous playing them, but I wouldn't necessarily say they're the team that's like, oh, I hate to lose to them. They're the team that I always feel like we can lose to when we do, before we walk on, Yeah, I don't really know. I'd probably say Anarchy, only because Kyle and Michael both named me personally. So, I've personally got history with the Anarchy boys. Obviously, they used to play down at the same field at the battlefields and that. So, I think for piss takes and bragging rights and jokes, I'd hate to lose to Anarchy, because I'd never live it down with Kyle or Michael or any of the boys. So that's why I guess I'd pick them. They're the team, like, you walk around like that and go, oh fuck, here comes Michael, he's gonna rub it in again. So I think that's the reason why probably Anarchy would be at the top of my list. I don't ever want to lose to Anarchy, ever. So every other team will be cool about it and go, well done. Kyle will come up and try and like touch my bum or something and then laugh at me. So I don't ever want to lose to those boys, ever. So.
Oh, awesome.
Dale's just saying you're already fired, Sam, for not thinking at the start of the day that you were winning everything.
Oh, mate.
Without what, sorry? Without thinking. Oh, without thinking.
Without thinking that you were winning everything.
Dale knows. And Dale knows that the last GLC comp I said about Midnight Kendo, and I said, these boys are going to be hard. Like, you don't fuck with them. Like, and I was like, nah, we win everything. You just go in there and we're going to win. I'm like, yeah, cool. And then I stand there and in my head I go, but what if we don't? You're not allowed to say it. You stand there and it's like, yeah, we're going to win. I'm like, yeah.
I think that's one of the big problems we've got with Kendo. You're like, because we get along with all those guys so well. Like, everyone does. Everyone gets along with Kendo. Kendo's just
that team.
They're that team. From day one, they've been that team. Just everyone loves them. And you'll be sitting there, you're like, chatting, mucking around with them, practice sessions on weekends with them, and then you get to a comp, and you're standing on the other end of that breakout, and you go, all right, arse is puckering. This is gonna be hell.
Yeah, for sure. And sometimes it's always hard to lose to teams and people that you get on with, like in any sport. When you get on with them, there's always one team that's going to take it more seriously than the other. Like, one team's going to walk out there and go, oh, no, these guys are cool. I get on with them. We're going to have a bit of fun. I guarantee the other team is like, I like these guys, but we're here to fuck them up. And that's what we're going to do, because we don't want to lose, I feel like they're that kind of team. Like, they get on with a lot of people in the community. They get on with a lot of other teams. But I guarantee you, I'll lay money on it, that they walk out in that field and go, we're here to fuck everyone up.
Yep.
That's
100%.
That's what we're praying for here.
Yeah.
We're not here to fornicate with arachnids, basically, as the famous we're here to win. So, and you can see it in their faces when you watch from the sideline. They get up.
Yeah.
We have another question here. Who is each player's favorite teammate?
He likes playing with himself, don't you, Sam?
Yeah, always. Favorite teammate? That's a really good question.
It is.
Caleb?
Yeah, you can't think of these to throw at the mid. Well, yeah, it's definitely a hard one, but I mean, based on previous comp experience and stuff like that, I would have to say Mush purely. Just me
He's a
and
cool
him.
little kid.
Yeah, I've made a post on Instagram before that for me and him coming into the sport in such a short time, we've able to build that connection that we don't really have to communicate verbally. We can just bounce off each other's reactions. We did a lot at SSA down that castle side. Like we could read each other, we could move, push, and cover each other so well. And that's really hard to find in any sport, really, that you can just sync up with a teammate like that. And yeah, that's I love my team to bits, but it's just that I don't have that insane mental connection like I do with Mush.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we'll go to Sam. Nah, get back in camera.
Yeah, to be honest, I think I reckon it'd have to be our flag runner, Corey. He's a very professional, very well kept. Completely different to me. He's very, well spoken, very polite, very professional looking dude. But he's got a very sick, dry sense of humour, and I think that's why I get on with him, because you wouldn't expect it from him. If you met him, you would think like he was the shop owner at where you're playing. You know what I mean? Like he's very professional, very courteous, very polite. But when you do get to know him a little bit more, he's a sick bastard. So and that's the kind of people. He's a cool dude. But honestly, I get on with everyone in the team. One of the reasons I joined the team is because I went to the pub with them one day after a comp. And we just clicked, like all the boys, and I thought, yeah, this is what you want. You want to be able to go and have a beer after a comp or after a game, and just take the piss out of each other more than anything. I love taking the piss out of people, and I'm more than happy for everyone to take the piss out of me. If we lose a game, I'm the first one to blame someone in the team. And it's usually the guy that puts his hand up and says, "That's my fault." I go, "Yeah, it's your fucking fault. Man. We lost it all because of you." Like that's what you do. Like to be with a bunch of boys that can take that back, and then tell me where to go and shove it. It's a good combination of boys. So I get on equally well with everyone, protectors and keepers. I don't really have a favourite. Corey's cool. He's a quiet dude. He's snifty.
Cool. I'm glad you didn't say Justin. Justin's throwing you some shade in the chat.
and Dale said you're fired for the third time.
Well,
hey, he's shut up, Sam. Imagine us trying to train with this. Like,
I don't think it's Justin you worried about. Like, I don't think it's Justin you worried about at this point. It's Dale. Dale's saying you've been fired 3 times now.
Yeah, true. Hey, listen, I will answer that question when a team decides to give me a job. If any teams out there with me, I'll know I can be a free agent and I'll be your best friend. Way better than those rude guys I used to play with. They're not ready.
Oh my goodness. Now we'll move to Zuggy. Who's your favourite team?
It's gotta be Dodo. It has to be.
Dodo and I have been mates for quite a while before Gel Ball.
We're looking at like 5 years. Just me 6 years soon.
Yeah.
Does that mean you can be honest enough to tell him that he's not your best mate?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Pretty much.
That's exactly it. Look, if Zeke was still playing with damage, 100% it would be Zeke. I miss my Zeke. I miss my V. He was a great guy. I love him. Trying to drag him back in, but got to take our time through that. I don't think he's going to come back competitive, but he does want to get back into Gel Ball. But yeah, I think without Zeke there, it's definitely probably a toss up between. Nah, it'd be Dodo. It would be Dodo. I love all the boys. Same sort of thing. Like, you've got your team, you love your team, but yeah, Dodo and I, like, especially with him being in that pit and everything, and me covering his ass, you got to have that connection with that person that you're covering, and So yeah, it's definitely Dodo. Now it's your turn, Dodo. It better be me, you motherfucker. I'm gonna delete you.
It's definitely
Look,
true.
look, look.
Or
My
Jacob or anyone
favorite
else.
teammate. All right. It's Rock. No, I'm kidding. It's definitely Zuggy.
Yeah.
Just because same
Oh,
reason
so
applies.
wholesome. It's
Like,
so wholesome, isn't it?
like
It's wholesome love.
like
Just
me,
kiss
me,
already.
me and Zuggy have known each other for years.
Yeah.
We know the ins and out of each other, how we play. So it's just so we just know how to cover each other, how to communicate with each other seamlessly. So
Yeah, even if it's just me like smacking something and be like, Dodo, shut the fuck up, get in. So
yeah, it's just perfect. But again, I love all me boys, but Zuggy's my favorite and
yeah,
always will be.
it's guy love.
I got a question.
Yep.
I got a question.
Of course you
Oh,
do.
Where does Zuggy, Krysis, and Dodo come from?
Zuggy for me was a LARP character. Would you believe? I ran
Really?
around as a blue troll, World of
nah,
Warcraft
that's not.
style troll, and yeah, I made up the name Zuggy, and that's what stuck. So
That's sick.
yeah,
And Crisis.
Hey, you want to go last, don't you, Dodo?
Look, I thought that special.
Mine was pretty much I just really needed an online username really for like Twitch, like getting into Twitch streaming and stuff like that. I just needed a name, and I wanted something that started with the first letter of my name because my name's Caleb. So I was looking for something starting with a K, and then you just bounce around all these different names, and you go Crisis, and then you put a K on front of it. And it looks cool. Yeah, one of those things you do as a teenager, and it's stuck, and you keep it. So it became an online handle.
Words that doesn't actually start with a K.
Yeah, exactly, but you put a K in front of it. It works. It looks cool. It looks edgy enough to be online as a username. So and it just yeah. I mean, I didn't have X Hex, Crisis, X Hex like the old Call of Duty days and stuff like that. The underscores and all the extra garbage. But yeah, no, it's pretty simple like that. It's just just a name.
Mine's nothing special at all. You can either go like two ways. One, it's just an inside joke that I'm a dumb bird, and the other one is it's just what I use to try and be eye grabbing for social media. So either way,
Dodo bird.
look, I'm also known as the flightless bird. So hey, flightless bird to many.
it's like one of the things we're always pushing him, like Dodo, you got to be quicker, man. You got to be quicker. Like you are a flightless bird. You waddle around, man. You got to be quicker off that break. You'll be quicker.
Oh, he's not wrong.
He's getting there. He's working on it. So we got another question here. How do you choose who's in the All Stars team? That would be for Sam, obviously. Like, how did you choose that?
To be honest, I think this one came just down to availability.
Yeah.
I think. I could be wrong. To be honest, I personally wasn't involved in it. So it's not even really. I probably have just as much information on this as Caleb or you always would.
Oh, right, fair enough.
But I think it came down to availability. I think so. But
that's what it seems like from a public perspective. Is just you two. You need a team of players from both to make a full team.
I think so, and yeah. I mean, this is me just making pure assumptions, but it could have been that we didn't want. Let's just say, for argument's sake, that 3 of the 5 players played for the Protectors, and then everyone's going around talking about how good the keepers are, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel as nice, Like, I could be wrong, but I think that was the train of thought for that one. Is that, at the end of the day, we're all one big family kind of thing. Just like Defiance, Damage, Carnage, all the big, the other teams have got their 2 solid crews, A and B teams, and that, and I think it was more just to help bring it a bit, like, have it a bit more unified, so that it wasn't, Hada's keepers are amazing, and it's like, hold on a minute, 4 of us play for the Protectors, or vice versa. The Protectors are amazing. And it's like no one plays from the Protectors in this tonight. So I think it was more of just a unification thing between the 2 teams, has won pretty much. I think, but I'm sure you'll probably get a comment in about 38 seconds from Dale telling me to shut up and that I'm wrong. Because I don't know.
He actually said earlier, whoever can make it, just straight up, just yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, probably right. I get a lot of things wrong. I talk, as everyone in the community that knows me. I talk a lot of shit and I don't know a lot of things. So, yeah, I just kind of talk, really. Way to go, awkward silence. Guys.
Awkward silence. You gotta wait. You gotta wait for him to say, "I do a lot of talking." You know, you gotta wait for that, and then you go, right, yeah, just everyone quiet. There it is.
His glory.
Alrighty.
Right.
I was wondering, do we have any more questions in this?
Yeah,
chat?
we're gonna have to look at starting to wrap up, guys. I've got dinner ready, and unfortunately, I still need to do stuff for work. Yeah, so.
But
Yeah.
you know, in the meantime, we can still go ahead and say thank you for being on the show tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much, both of you, for coming to the show, and once again, like, congratulations to you both for getting into the finals. You did, like, it was an amazing game. I can't wait to see Valhalla's sort of come back next time and push harder, or even harder than what you did last night, and see where you come out. It'd be a nice little. If it becomes Yakuza All Stars again, I'll be happy to watch again.
I already told Garno that if it's not Valhalla Yakuza final next one, I won't be his mate anymore. So, these boys,
wow.
The boys better get through. They better get through, otherwise he's just lost a very useless friend.
I'm definitely keen for season 2, that's for sure. With all the different teams, it's going to be a completely different matchup, and next season will not be anything like the season that's just come to a close. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But yeah, so yeah, congratulations, and yeah, thanks again for coming along.
Shout out to the Yakuza boys, all of them. They put up a really good fight. They earned their win. Made us work for it. We put up a good fight, and yeah, they came out on top on the day. Next time's next time, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, it's us. But yeah, big shout out to those boys. They made it worth it every Wednesday. They were the team that we wanted to beat every Wednesday. To be fair,
Awesome.
Unfortunately, they got the win. They got the win against us on the one that mattered, which was last night. So
yeah.
8 weeks. We'll see you in the final again. Or 16 weeks, whatever it is.
And after tonight, when tomorrow comes, I'll be looking forward to next season. I'll be leaving the victory behind and leaving it where it sits. So, be
100%.
definitely keen to see what the draw comes out whenever Hardcore decide to share that with the rest of us and see who we'll be coming up against.
For sure.
Yep.
I will be waiting early. As someone who's
sure,
doing this show, I need to know.
Content.
I need content.
Yeah.
I think I just need to drag Kathy on here, to be honest.
Kathy, please, before next Thursday, make the announcement. Or you get her on next Thursday and she can announce it then.
Oi, that's an idea. We get Kathy
Oi.
on and she can make a live announcement of the.
If she's still here, how do you feel about that?
She's probably not here. You're probably talking to no one.
I'm probably talking to nobody, but it is what it is. And I don't think there's any more questions, so
I think they've had enough of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
They've had enough of us. So just before we go, for those of you who, do some shout outs, guys.
He's a bloody legend. Shout out to anyone that helps us. Shout out to the Gerbil mechanic. Shout out to all the boys. Shout out to the Battlelords, Insidious, the old team. Shout out to Yakuza, Zugi, Dodo, Damage Cartel, everyone. Shout out to Grave.
Oh, look, he's doing it for us. He's doing all the shout outs for us.
Doing it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Mate, I think everyone in the community is a fucking legend. So shout out to everyone. To be honest, Yeah, shout out to everyone, all of you. Shout out to Gravediggers, shout out to Demons, shout out to Outcast, shout out to Aussie Elite.
Look, we don't have another hour to shout every team out.
You need to just have a board up and we just pass it around and go
Well,
shout out.
next time I'll try and get a board back here with just all the team names.
100%.
Look, there is a green screen going here very soon, and I'll just put all of the names up. It'll be fine.
Yeah, nice. But you know what? There's people watching from overseas, and they're all starting to listen to us now. They're all starting to realise that we're not just, like clutching at hopes and dreams.
Australia's coming for them.
Soft.
We are coming for them.
You know what? Our blasters might not be as good as their guns, but at the end of the day, for the past 12 months, we've been able to play our sport while no one else in the world can. They've all been sitting at home. They've all been watching us. So shout out to everyone. Shout out to Dale. Shout out to Justin, Burridge, Corey. Shout out to every other team. Because there's going to be people watching this video for weeks and months in the future. So if you can shamelessly plug everyone you know what I mean? Shout out everyone. Shout out all the shops. Shout out all the comps. SpeedQB, Speedsoft Australia, Mark does an amazing thing for everyone. Shout out to Command Elite, because obviously Gel City is Command Elite. Shout out to their competition. Massive shout out to Private Waffles, because he's a dead set legend. He's always mean to me, but he's a legend. I love him. Shout out to everyone.
I think there was one that.
Shout out to Caleb, because he's not very nice.
What are you talking about?
I think Justin's telling you to shut the fuck up.
Okay. Before we get off track here, again, last shout out that I wanted to do was thanks again to Kathy and everyone at the Hardcore
100%
comp. Great season, guys. Thanks to the refs. You guys did an amazing job. You're really top notch there. Quick to grab people, 100%. Forgot the Prime Minister, bruh. Yeah. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no. Without Kathy and Toby and what they do and having an active comp that runs 5 seasons, 8 weeks, so that's a lot of gel balling in a year. It's not once a month. It's not once every couple of weeks. Like to have an 8-week comp 5 times in a year, that's nuts. Yeah. It might be on a Wednesday night, but to have something that consistent, it's amazing to have. And without them and what they do and the hours they put in with the refs, we wouldn't have it. And we'd be sitting on our asses at home, getting fat and drinking alcohol without the comp.
I'm still doing that.
Some still do that. That's yes. Each to their own.
All right.
It is what it is.
So
it is what it is.
Do you have any?
Hardcore's just said the staff and refs do an absolutely amazing job, and thank you to all the teams and viewers for making it awesome. There you go. Much love from them. Yeah, you guys make it better. Thanks to everyone that's tuned in today. We were averaging pretty good viewers today. I didn't think this was going to kick off as much as it has, and I'm very happy that it is. It's something that I've sort of had in mind for a good while now to start, and I'm glad that it's started now. I'm glad that I'm doing this.
Just like our sport, it's only growing each week.
Yeah, we just let it grow. We get everyone out here. For anyone that is wanting a great deal, Azrael Armory has 30% off all their AK blasters. Just APS AK30 as your discount code online. Hit them up. Yeah, don't miss out on that 30% off. Like that's a good amount.
Like AKs, get in on it.
Yeah, get that Somali pirate action going.
If you like putting euros on AKs as well.
Okay, naughty.
Hey, he's my teammate. What can I say?
Oh my god.
All right, guys, we're gonna have to leave it at that. Thanks again. Peace out.
Peace out, mofos.
Peace out.